Witches.
Hello.
That's with a W. I am Glenn McGroggy, and tonight I'm going to be talking to Witch Island. And introduce yourselves, say what you do in the band, what you play. Go.
Hi, I'm Bex. I sing and play guitar, rhythm guitar.
Okay.
I'm SJ. I play drums.
I'm Nat. I pretend to play bass.
I'm Sophie. I play lead guitar and sing backups.
How did you all get together as Witch Island? Like, I know that Bex was doing a solo thing, and I think you were doing some stuff too, Sophie.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of the solo thing, and that kind of fell a little bit apart. You know, everybody that was playing with me was all in different bands, so I moved on to a different project, and I brought it up to Nat, actually, begged her to join me.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't take much though, because and then SJ was looking for something to do, and I sent her a message one day and was like, hey girl, you want to play some punk music? And Sophie was kind of in the middle of everything too, with the Gentles and everything, because she's just doing her own thing now. But it all actually fell into place pretty quickly and easily, I'd say. We met very nicely.
So how long have you been together as Witch Island?
A year and a half.
Yeah, probably. I was going to say we'd have to scan through our Instagram pictures for our very first picture. Remember our first jam?
It was
this
2019, the end of the summer, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I joined. I tagged along.
It's only been like a year since we've actually played our first show though, which is sad. I guess we got two under our belts now, but
hey, it's been a year since I've played, so
yeah.
It's pretty much since everybody's played. So Witch Island, what's the meaning behind the band name?
Again, it's kind of we were throwing some ideas around. Chicks nudes, no, just kidding. Again, liking the whole witch vibe. Some of our songs are, one of the songs that we have is Wild Witch Island, and it goes off my old Rebecca Wild thing, and then bringing the Witch Island. I don't know, once we threw it out there, it sounds mysterious and it sounds pretty badass and makes you kind of want to go there and never come back. Either way, we got to make our way there to one of them.
Well, I guess they did that in Maine. That's where Dawson's Creek is from.
Shove a sword into the ground and call it our own or something.
Broomstick.
Oh, there, that's good.
Broomstick, nice. Okay, so I'm a bit of a music geek, so I'm all into who does all the songwriting, how does a song come about, how do you come up with a song?
Bex?
What's going on?
It all comes from Bex's brain.
Yeah, I wrote a lot of the songs. They all just kind of flew out of me in the last year, which was really cool. Like once we had a set solid idea, I only had one song, and it was Ride With Me, and I'm pretty sure I played it with Nat forever until we finally we brought Sarah on, and we learned it right away. And then honestly, I feel like after that everything started flowing, and same Sophie started with us, and I was just like, hey guys, I have a new song. Some of the songs, I think our longest song is 2.5 minutes, so some of the songs they just flew out of me, all the lyrics. It was all past experiences, new experiences, even my own girls' experiences. We're all kind of intertwined. Like Joel Gray, I wrote about a song that I wrote about a guy Sarah told us about. Hey Joel, what's up, buddy? And from there I just wrote the lyrics, had a quick guitar riff, and I'd show it to the girls, and surprisingly we were able to jam them out every time, and then everyone kind of just writes their own parts from there, which is really cool. Everyone holds their own that way. I'm just like, this is what I hear, this is my idea, let's do this, and then everybody kind of just takes it away from there, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
So we're all kind of writing the songs together. We're definitely building the songs together, which is fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So none of these songs were from your solo project at all?
No,
Okay.
no, which is cool. I thought about bringing some of the other ones on. A lot of my other songs are kind of like slower. But I thought about bringing some lyrics over, but I kind of was just excited to start something new. And like I said, it just kept coming out of me. And again, you're a music geek and you write your own music. Like sometimes it took me like a year to write the first song. And then after they just kept coming, I was like, all right, let's give her. And sometimes I dig into like my book of lyrics, just to find, I just have like random sentences written down. Like
Okay.
I just read one yesterday, ladies, and it just said wet bathing suit. I was like, okay, like that was an idea. I just haven't done anything with that yet. So I'm really excited to do something with that.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. It was probably from something we came up with laughing in jam. It was like, yeah, that's a total wet bathing suit.
I feel like I remember that for some reason.
Oh
yeah.
So yeah, some of the songs are just based off of like one sentence. But all super personal stuff too. Like I'd say, like it's all really real. Like
I noticed that some of them seem quite personal.
Yeah, I'm just
like
giving her.
Like the Wild Witch Island. We collect your boyfriends.
I've never actually done that.
Crush their bones and cut off their eyelids.
Yeah, we'll crush their bones and cut off all their eyelids, keep them in little jars on our bedside tables,
See, but there's something deep to that too. It's not just gratuitous violence.
Don't
it's like the
that.
idea is that like you cut off the eyelids and they have to see.
Yeah, they've got no choice. They gotta see.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's a total revenge song.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it's like super relatable, like for guys and girls. Like, the guys can have I'm sure guys have an island where they collect all their ex-girlfriends. Like, fuck, why does that seem scarier? I don't know. But
well, I didn't say it sounded scary. It's just
I think I just realized it. Oh God.
It's kind of dark, but the way that you're presenting it is because the song is very upbeat and catchy. It's like, yeah, it's
and
kinda,
you know what, that all came along too as we like all kind of came up with parts together. Like Sophie writes some really catchy leads and it puts that kind of it kind of turns it from a creepy murderer song into something like not so. And then also after we recorded, we've actually never really had a second mic in our jam space just because it's so friggin' loud in my tiny little basement. But once we actually heard our voices kind of together, like the dynamic's pretty cool, where it does really change the feel of the song a lot. Makes it less murdery.
Yeah, with the backups in it.
Yeah. I'm like, more murder, and she's like,
when
more
you
this.
play live, you have backups.
Yeah, which we've only really done a few times so far. So, and you can't really ever fully hear it, right? Like,
yeah, I guess.
So we were really surprised once we heard back the recordings, like, whoa, that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your sound is very well. On your webpage, it says that you are a pop punk band. So tell me some of your influences.
We come from some really diverse sort of backgrounds and different projects, which is why I think our sound is like a little bit different. So I would identify more as a funk drummer. So, like one of my favorite bands is Chili Peppers, and I guess some of my other influences, God, there's a lot out there. But Incubus, even the Stones, so like it's a bit of a weird eclectic mix.
Okay.
Sophie has some different influences too. I'm putting you on the spot next.
Yeah, my influence is definitely more like 60s soul, Motown. But I also love like classic, like rock and roll and like pop music as well. So I think I just kind of like, I hear the song and then I just kind of put my own flair on it and it works. I think that's what's good about us. We all have individual taste, and I think that does show in every song.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, I think
the songs are like punky, but I'm not influenced by punk music, so
Okay.
I feel like that's maybe where my influence comes from. Like I feel like it's a bit more poppy with my leads on top of it, and like yeah.
Yeah, Sophie and I are the pop, and then Nat and Bex are the punk, basically.
Yeah,
We're the stinky kids in the
that's true,
back.
actually. Yeah, because you and Nat and Bex are definitely more into like punk music. Like I never listen to punk music, so yeah, I think it's interesting actually to be part of a band where you've never enjoyed listening to punk music, but you love playing this music.
I like definitely been heavily influenced by Bad Cop, which you don't hear in this band at all, right? So definitely that, and I don't know, just always punk roots. Just here for a good time, pretty much.
You were saying like psychobilly stuff and stuff too, which you actually showed me a bunch of that too. I'd say for myself, it's definitely always been punk music. I grew up always kind of hearing music in my house. Like my dad was always playing music, so I was always bumping around to it. And I said this in our last interview, but I feel like my dad's always like, how do you know every word to every song on the radio? And I'm just like, I don't know, but I do.
Yeah, it's
And
you just hear it all the time. And
yeah,
so
like it comes
Yeah.
naturally. I really love singing, and I always really have. And yeah, down to like my last project was more of like a country kind of rock thing, which I love singing about. I sang about my heart being broken 1,000 times, but
well,
I
there's some
feel
of that
like
going on in this project too.
I feel like I'm still singing about it, but just in a different way. Like I'm just I got a different perspective on it now, I guess. Like so it's fun being able to do both. But yeah, Nat said Bad Cop. We got to see them in Montreal for the first time, and they just blew us away. And it was shortly after that I started writing a lot of the music. I love them so much, and all their lyrics they just get you, man. And they have the same kind of thing where they've got a really crusty punk singer, which I wish I sounded more like, but I'm my own person. But then they also have the super poppy, like really girly, like baby singer in the background that gets you too. And it's just, yeah, love it. And the distiller.
It's a cool mix, isn't it, of the two? I was also just going to say that, like you mentioned how your other stuff was like quite country.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a country-ish, like bluesy vibe. Well, there are like a couple of songs on the album that definitely have more of like a soulful, bluesy,
Totally.
like Ride With Me.
No, it's funny, like I tried and it still goes back to that. Like it's like, I guess what flows out of me, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Well, you also have a certain style that you're used to, right? So
yeah,
no matter what you kind of try to veer away from that, it's always going to be there somewhere.
Totally.
Just the way that you play and everything, you're always gonna.
I just really used like Witch Island to try new things with it without being like it just, and it was easy too because I'm working with some freaking awesome ladies. They're not just my bandmates, they're some of my best friends. And
well,
it gives you could be yourself, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with songwriting. You probably wrote all these songs quickly because you felt really comfortable being with them, and there's
sharing the ideas.
Yeah, there's no, oh, I don't feel so good about this song. It's just like, people will be you're in a band with good friends or whatever, and it doesn't matter. They'll just, let's hear it,
Totally.
And then,
Yeah.
They give you that confidence, I guess.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about the, I guess it's the tape. the album, the self-titled. Tell us some more about it. Okay.
We decided to release the album on International Women's Day,
Right.
which is cool because we actually played a show. One of the shows that we played was on International Women's Day last year.
Yeah,
I've actually
that's
played
the
with
last
some of these
one.
ladies International Women's Day for so many years, which is so cool.
Yeah.
In different bands and everything. Like that's really cool when you think about it.
Mhm.
But yeah, March 8th, we plan to release the full tapes. Will be available. We're thinking about they're going to be available through Tarantula Tapes, and we're looking into other places to send them just so that we can get them out there more. And yeah, it's going to be available on like Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Apple Music, and you can like Shazam it, which is really cool. Never had that before, so that's really exciting.
It's a full length.
Totally.
Okay.
11 songs. Apparently
11
it's
songs.
the biggest tape that Tarantula Tapes has ever put together, which is pretty exciting.
And we were with Core from Tarantula Tapes.
Yeah.
In the fall when restrictions were a little bit lighter. So that was a crazy awesome experience. We had a super good time. I think we did like 12-hour day, 13-hour day. Like we were loopy as hell. It was super fun.
Yeah, we did it all in one weekend pretty much, except for some vocals that you know, after quite a few months of the whole lockdown gig, we went back just to fix some other things up, and add some things. After you hear a song a million times, you know what it needs and what it doesn't need. So yeah, and it's on a really cute turquoise color, which is fun. Nat and I both rock a pretty turquoisey guitar and bass duo. And yeah, got a little, we're gonna probably throw some stickers in there and kind of
Awesome.
Yeah, you get a sticker with every tape. Who doesn't love a sticker?
I like stickers.
Yeah, so that's really exciting. I'm really hoping, I'm loving how much the tapes are exploding right now. All of our friends have a freaking tape, which is so cool. Like having a collection of all my friends' bands on tape, like 2021. Where are we? I love it. My boyfriend actually just fixed me up a boombox just so that boombox. Because I was like, how am I going to listen to this? I don't really have a big setup or anything. So I was looking on Amazon to buy like a Walkman. I still want one.
That was my next question. Since it's on Tarantula Tapes, how many tapes do you own?
I just counted mine the other day because I was looking at my rack plus what was on top. I think I have about 60.
You were looking at your rack?
Yeah, man, I want to look at that.
I was looking at your rack too.
You have 60 tapes?
But within those tapes, they're like mixtapes from when I was a kid. And then also I used to tape my vinyl in high school and then listen to a Walkman that I found at Value Village.
That's so badass.
Hobby.
You're the coolest. I've just like, I didn't start collecting them until I had like a vessel to listen to them on. So Nat and I are actually going to pick some stuff up from there, the clubhouse at the Tarantula Clubhouse tomorrow. And I plan to drop my allowance, all my allowance there, you know, spend some money.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know you did a live stream and
We did a couple.
I only caught
we've done a few of those.
5 minutes because we were at band practice at the time.
I think one of them was like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I saw that one.
Don't even worry about it.
I think the first jam after the lockdown, we got together and we were like, fuck it, let's just go live.
We can do that.
It might have been that one, yeah.
Yeah. And we did a Halloween one.
Is that still up online or is it still
Oh, yeah.
to watch? It's on
We
YouTube.
just kept them all. It's got all the cringy moments in it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think
And
that
then-
was right after you recorded.
Yeah. Because we were feeling super tight. Like we were like on. We're like, okay, we need to definitely video this because it might not happen again for another year. And look at us now. I don't even know how to play guitar.
Last
We did
jam.
a Halloween live stream as well, which was really fun.
Yeah,
That
What's
one
you're all dressed up for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
really?
Halloween one was really fun.
Okay. Well, I'll
They're
have
on
to
our
look for those.
Instagram.
Okay. How can people contact you?
We actually have a website now too.
Okay.
It's pretty new, it's pretty fresh. There's not a whole lot on there because just kind of working our way through all that. But we have an email too. All that's kind of on our Facebook and through the website. And we have a Bandcamp now too. We just started the Bandcamp, and yeah, you can find us anywhere.
What else would you like to talk to me about?
Well, there was something that I was thinking of, like, as we were chatting about how we came together right at the beginning. And it occurred to me, so I've known Bex, God, what is it, like somewhere between 13, 15 years now? I don't know, something like that.
It's like seriously 15 years, and like it's like pretty, I'm 32 and it's like half my life it's really weird thinking I've known you for half my life.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's cool because I've been fans of all their music as well as friends with everybody. So being able to play in a band with not only my friends, but people I really admire their talent and their musicianship, it's like, it's really amazing. And like, we've all been in different projects before, and this is so much fun. Like our jams, and this is how we come up with things like this. It's we laugh and giggle all the way through our jams, but we get so much done, and it's so productive, and it's just
like
so
2 hours, but like we laugh for an hour and a half, and then we're like, hey, we got a jam, but then jam's still like fucking killer. It's like,
we get it
we
done.
got it in, we did it. It's like, do you want to go over it again? No, we're good, we did it.
And
nailed it.
Bex and Nat were actually my roller derby instructors at one point too, which was really rad.
Yeah, that's so cool to think of that too. It feels like a million years ago.
I know.
Do you
I actually saw you
do
like
you still
shared.
skate? Do you still do roller derby?
No.
No.
Like I've been like last year I was skating the waterfront and stuff. Like it's fun to just roller skate, but we haven't derbied, and I feel like I know what all of the, like at the time the older ladies were like, no, like I don't want to break a finger or anything, but it's like I need my fingers. I can't. I don't want someone to roll over my finger. Like the way we were hitting each other back then is enough that like I would take me a while to recover from that now, even though I know I'm 32, but like it hurts. That's a hard sport. I give all those ladies credit because there's still a lot of people that are still doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's hardcore.
Yeah.
So
maybe we'll start a witch pack, you know?
Ooh.
So when you're roller skating downtown, do you just out of the blue ram somebody over?
Oh yeah, like get out of my fucking way.
And she's listening to, when she does that, she's got Hell to Pay playing on her Walkman.
Yeah, because if anybody looks my way, there's gonna be hell to pay.
It's actually the perfect derby album, isn't it? Like you can just imagine it playing at a roller derby, or if you like skating or anything. It's like, it's a good workout. It's good workout music.
It is a pump. It's for sure a pump me up from start to finish. I'd say it's like the way we put all the songs on the album too. It's a bit of a story. Like the first song is Ride With Me, and the last song's Ride Alone. So it's like what do you want? Just like you're still never gonna know. Like figure it out. Just don't look at me. But look at me.
Look at me, there'll be hell to pay.
But now you have to look at me because I just cut your eyelids off. That's fun.
Like fucking with people, basically.
Don't talk to me. Why haven't you talked to me?
Why are you so nervous by me? I'm fine. I'm fine.
Can I ask you a question?
Maybe.
What?
You can ask it.
What do you have any predictions for live music?
Live music?
Yeah.
I think it's going to start at a basement level.
Yeah.
Underground shit. Secret underground parties.
Speakeasies.
I think that's how it always happens.
It's true.
Yeah. Bubble up.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll probably be basement shows or outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
Funny, you always kind of take for granted, like even the Fox Lounge, like there were nights where like, you know, just friggin' bored, don't really have much going on. And I'd go grab some food downtown and you just kind of walk by the Fox. You have no idea what's going on. There's been nights where I've just gone in, watched a couple songs. It's changed my whole fucking mood and I just go home. Like, but it definitely served its purpose. Like I needed it. And it's so weird thinking about not having that. Like it was always like at our fingertips. Like you could always just go and hear some live music. And now it's me and my boombox and the mirror.
It did help the scene a lot too, because it's like, okay, we have this place to play. And then it would get people together and then they'd, hey, let's start a band.
Yeah, exactly. Like-minded people in the same house all the time.
Exactly.
Like, and you really do well when you're with people, like we already said, where like, you know, we're all, it wasn't like I was like, no, I need a punk drummer, like specifically, like this is what I need. It's just like, yo, you can play drums, cool, like this is my idea. And I feel like that's probably what's worked out in our favor so much, is that like we can, I don't know, we've said it before, but we are all exactly ourselves and we're not doing anything that we don't want to be doing. And it's the most fun I've ever had in a band, where I don't feel pressured by anyone, or I don't feel like, I don't know, I just like, we're all fucking equals, man. It's really,
like you can
awesome.
Definitely hear that on the recordings.
That's
you're all
awesome.
like,
that's so cool.
in sync with each other. And and the fact that, you know, one person's into a different type of music than the other is, I think that just adds, like you don't always have to be into punk rock to be in a punk rock band. Like,
no, man.
You can bring other things in. Like, I've heard all of your whole album.
Oh, have you now?
Yes, I guess.
Oh, what's your favorite song?
I really enjoy Witch Island, the Wild Witch Island.
Yeah.
It's got this really catchiness to it. But I also like Ride Alone.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Grass is always greener if you let your garden grow. And you can't stop me now, I ride alone. I'm rapping.
Yeah.
Do that next.
I don't have the song list in front of me, but
that's the next album.
Those are two that definitely stood out for me.
Yeah, I mean, there is 11 songs, so it's cool that you don't remember. I mean, you got all the time in the world to memorize them.
You knew one
now. Who's interviewing who now? Test you on the
So what was your favorite and why?
And exactly, but I also noticed second did you like?
The lead guitar parts are pretty cool. Like they're not just typical solos.
They're ripping.
They're just like little accents over things. And
it's like the complimenting each other comes in, right?
I found that really I really like that too. So,
and that's all Sophie. Like that was all Sophie writing all of her parts. And this is what, your first time ever playing lead guitar too? So I mean, are you lying to us? Is there
like
something you need to say on camera?
I always like, if I'm recording like demos at home and stuff, I always add little lead bits on top of like other parts. But yeah, I've never played lead guitar in a band, so it was actually a really good and fun new experience for me, because I usually just play rhythm guitar and sing. And it was it was good for me to get more into the lead part, and like I actually
you owned it, man.
Got a lot better at it. Like I don't think I'm awesome at lead guitar, but I mean after being in this band, I would consider myself a lead guitarist. So
well, it's not like,
I think that's pretty cool.
Not like typical solo type stuff, but I like it. It's got little.
It's not like you don't expect it, I guess. Like it's not like, okay, on the breakdown someone's gonna shred now. It's like she's actually shredding the whole time. You don't need like
there's little stuff going on throughout.
I think it's like I like putting little melodies on top of the.
And you're a singer, so it comes easy for you to hear it. Like.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I'm glad you like it.
same with SJ. We're making her play different beats, like faster beats. Sometimes I'm like, yo, I didn't know you could play that fast. Like I wanted it just like a little bit faster, but now, okay, cool, let's get it. I love it though.
I'm doing the same thing I've always done. It's just like,
yeah.
Like I'm gonna end up with like Popeye jacked forearms.
Get it.
I have to get like an anchor tattoo on there.
Totally.
Well, thank you so much for answering my questions.
You think my life is easy, and you really want to be me. Prepare my boots on heavy.